Hello all, welcome to the second lecture. In previous lecture, we have seen that power electronics subject mainly deals with conversion from one type of supply to the other type of supply. So we have seen AC to DC done by a rectifier, DC to AC done by an inverter, AC to AC done by a cycloconverter, and for DC to DC we have seen a device called as chopper. So in this lecture, we are starting with a detailed study of choppers. So this is your unit 5, choppers. Here in this slide, you can see the working principle of choppers. At the input side, you have fixed DC supply voltage. At the output side, you have variable DC supply voltage. So input side DC supply is shown as a constant DC supply voltage. At the output side, you have pulsated DC voltage, out of which an average of output DC voltage is then taken to have a constant DC voltage here. Now this input voltage will be converted into a variable DC output voltage, which can be a lower value as compared to the input side, or it can be a higher value as compared to the input side. If it is a lower value, it is a step down chopper. If it is a higher value than the input side, then it is a step up chopper. It is similar to that of a transformer. So there are three types of choppers: class A chopper, or also called as type A chopper, class B chopper, also called as type B chopper, and class C chopper, which is also called as type C chopper. Now before we go into a detail of choppers, let us first have a look at freewheeling diode, which is also called as a flywheel diode. For studying this, let us see this circuit. This is voltage supply here, which is a DC voltage supply. There is a switch connected, a diode with anode cathode placed here, and the load consists of resistive and inductive part. So this is an RL load. There will be two cases seen here. First, when the switch is on or when the switch is closed, and second case when the switch is off or when the switch is open. So first, let us consider that the switch is on, that is the switch is closed. The switch is closed here, you can see the switch is closed. So when the switch is closed, there is positive terminal of the supply coming at the anode. So this diode will be forward biased and your load current I will be flowing in this direction, which is shown in pink arrows. Now at the same time, this freewheeling diode is having its cathode phase to positive terminal of the battery. So this freewheeling diode is reverse biased and the current is completing its path in this direction. Now this current flowing like this through the load, it will gradually increase. It will slowly increase because there is an inductive part in the load. So it will slowly or gradually start increasing, and as it increases, it will store some energy here because this is an inductor. Now right now, since the freewheeling diode is open circuited, you will have an open circuit here, and the output voltage coming across the load V0 will be equal to supply voltage V. So your V0 is equal to V. This is what happens when the switch is on or when the switch is closed. Now let us see when the switch is off or when it is opened. Now this second case is also represented in this first circuit where the switch is open. Now I have said that when this current is gradually increasing through the load, there is some energy stored in this inductor, and when the switch is opened, this energy across the inductor directly comes across the switch terminals, and that can cause a spark in the circuit. This spark will damage the components present in the circuit. So in order to avoid this spark, what is done is a freewheeling diode is connected in the circuit. So when the switch is open, the current flowing through the RL load will now start gradually decreasing, and as it is gradually decreasing, it will induce a voltage here which is given as L into di by dt, and this voltage induced in the inductor will forward bias the freewheeling diode, and the freewheeling diode will now provide a short across the load. So now the gradually decreasing current will now complete its path in this direction, in this loop. The output voltage V0, because there is a short here, will be 0, because across the short always the output voltage is 0. So your V0 will be equal to 0. So this is all about a freewheeling diode. Now let us understand the working principle of chopper. For this we have considered the same circuit. You see here, this is DC voltage supply. This is a switch here. Now this switch is nothing but chopper. The switch shown in this box, dashed box, this is the chopper. The switch can be any power electronic switch. For simplicity, we have just represented it as a simple switch. So this is your chopper. This is the freewheeling diode connected, and this is the RL load. This is the same circuit as we have considered earlier. When the switch is closed or when the chopper is on, when I say the chopper is on, it means that the switch is closed. And when the switch is closed, during that time, your output voltage V0 across the load will be same as Vs, because your freewheeling diode is opened or reverse biased during this time. So during T on, output voltage V0 will be equal to Vs. So Vs is shown here during T on. Whereas when the switch is off or when the chopper is off, that time freewheeling diode will come into action and there will be a short provided here, and your output voltage V0 will be equal to 0. So your output voltage V0 is shown here as 0. So this time period when the chopper is off, this is taken as T off, and the time period for which chopper is on is taken as T on, and together it forms time period as T. So you can see here during T on, when the chopper is on or when the switch is closed, the current is gradually increasing through the load. And when the chopper is off, the current is gradually decreasing through the load. And the same cycle will repeat henceforth. So this is the working principle of chopper. At the output voltage, you can see DC pulses here, whereas we want a constant DC output voltage. So for that, average of load voltage is taken here. For taking average of load voltage, we have V0, that is output voltage, is equal to T on, that is this T on period, divided by total time period, which is T on plus T off, multiplied by supply voltage Vs. Now this T on plus T off is substituted as total time period T in this second step multiplied by Vs. Now this T on divided by T, this ratio is nothing but duty cycle, and it is represented as alpha. So duty cycle alpha is nothing but T on divided by T off, that is duty cycle alpha. Now this duty cycle, what it represents is, with duty cycle, as the duty cycle varies, your output voltage can also be varied. How to vary duty cycle? By varying the T on time and T off time. This T on time can be made smaller, T off time can be made greater. So varying T on time and T off time can vary your duty cycle, because duty cycle is the ratio of on time and on time to total time period. So this is the load voltage equation. It is duty cycle multiplied by total voltage, total input voltage supply. So here T on is the on time for which the chopper is on, T off is the off time for which the chopper is off, and T total time period is T on plus T off, and it is called as chopping period. Alpha is nothing but duty cycle, which is the ratio of on time period divided by total time period. Now let us consider the first type of chopper. This is class A chopper, or it is also called as first quadrant chopper. We will understand why it is called as first quadrant chopper. Now class A chopper is also the same circuit that we have been considering so far. It is having the DC supply voltage, input DC supply voltage, the chopper switch, freewheeling diode, and the RL load, which is now taken simply as a load here, and the output voltage V0 will be taken across the load, which is also the voltage across the freewheeling diode. Now there are two cases to be considered here, the same two cases, when the chopper is on and when the chopper is off. When the chopper is on, the current will start flowing. The current will start flowing like this. Okay, and when the chopper is off, the current will start flowing through the freewheeling diode. The same thing happens what we have seen earlier. So this is the current direction when the chopper is on, and it continues. So you can see here the current direction. The current direction here is downwards. Now this current direction is taken as positive current direction because the current is flowing from source to the load. So this current direction is taken as positive current direction. So you see here, you can note here that output voltage when the chopper is on, it is Vs, and the output voltage when the chopper is off, the freewheeling diode is on, so the output voltage becomes 0. So in both the cases, it is either 0 or it is positive. And in both the cases, when the chopper is on and chopper is off, your output current, the load current, is flowing in the downward direction from source to load. So the current and voltage, both of them are in the first quadrant because both the values are positive. That is why this class A chopper is also called as first quadrant chopper. The second type of chopper is type B chopper or class B chopper, also called as second quadrant chopper. So it is type B or class B or second quadrant chopper. We will come to know why it is called as a second quadrant chopper. So this is the circuit of class B chopper. You have a supply voltage here, DC supply voltage source here, diode with its cathode here and anode this side. There is a chopper here, and you have at the load side you have an inductor, and you have a DC supply source here also. Now there are two cases to be considered. One is when the chopper is on, that is when the switch is closed, and second when the chopper is off, that is when the switch is open. First case is when the switch is closed, that is when the chopper is on. Now when the chopper is on, you see here this positive terminal is coming at the cathode of D2. So D2 is reverse biased, so there is an open circuit here. Chopper is on, so there is a short coming here, and therefore your output voltage V0 will be equal to 0. But at the same time, this DC supply voltage E will start providing current, and the current will slowly start increasing through the inductor. You can see here, just concentrate at these pink arrows. Don't consider this I0, just concentrate here. This is the flow of current, and the current is now flowing in the upward direction. In the previous case, in class A type, it was in downward direction, so those were positive values of current. So here these are negative values of current, and that is why it is shown in second quadrant. This is the negative side of current values. Still, we will further see what happens in the second case. So in this case, current starts flowing in this direction, and it completes its path through this path, okay, through this loop. Now, as the current is flowing through the inductor, this inductor will store some energy in it. Okay, so this is what happens when chopper is on. Now, second case is when the chopper is off. When the chopper is off, now see what is happening here. When the chopper is off, this load voltage becomes equal to this DC supply voltage. You have open terminal here, so output voltage V0 becomes equal to DC supply voltage plus the voltage induced in this inductor. The voltage induced in this inductor is L into di by dt. So your output voltage V0 becomes sum of this voltage E and L into di by dt. So in this case, what is happening is the voltage at this side, which is E plus L into di by dt, is greater than Vs. So you have a higher potential at this side of the diode and a lower potential at the cathode side of the diode. So since anode is getting higher potential as compared to the cathode, your diode turns on, and because it is turning on, it will forward bias and provide a path for the current to flow, and the current will complete its path in this direction shown by pink arrows. So the current now flows from the load to the source. So since the current is flowing from the load to the source, this current is negative current. This current is taken in the second quadrant. That is why this Class B or type B chopper is also called as second quadrant chopper, and this is exactly opposite to that what happens in class A chopper. Also, because the current is flowing from load to source, it is said to be a step up chopper because your output voltage is higher than the input voltage. So it is also called as a step up chopper, and class A chopper is called as a step down chopper. So here in this case, power is supplied from the load to the source. So this is all about type B chopper. So here your output voltage will be E plus, that is this E plus voltage induced across the inductor, which is L into di by dt. And here output voltage V0 is equal to 0 volts because when the chopper is on, this acts as a short. Next case, type C chopper, also called as two quadrant chopper. Now type C chopper is a combination of class A chopper and class B chopper. When CH1 is on, that time you will get class A operation. So here your CH1 or FB conducts, and in the second operation this is CH2 and D2 conducting to give you type B chopper. So this is a combination of type A and type B chopper. Type A and type B chopper, you can see in the circuit, they are connected in parallel. So let's see a summary here. What we have seen today in this lecture is, we have seen what a chopper is. It is a device that is used to convert fixed DC supply to variable DC supply. The output DC supply can be a less value as compared to input voltage, or it can be a higher value as compared to the input voltage. If it is a lower value, it is a type B. If it is a lower value, it is a type A chopper, which is a step down chopper. If it is a higher value, it is a step up chopper, also called as type B chopper. Then we have seen working principle of chopper, how it works. We have seen what is a freewheeling diode, what function it performs in case of a chopper circuit. We have seen three types of diode. We have seen three types of choppers: class A, class B and class C, or type A, type B, type C. These are some of the applications of choppers. Choppers are mainly used in the power supplies, in the DC power supplies, which are required for the airplanes or spaceships, electric cars. They are also used in the SMPS of the computers and most of the other electronic instruments wherein DC to DC conversion is required in the power supply. Also, it is used for motor control, DC motor control. That is all for today's lecture. Thank you so much.